Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your reading for the week of May 29th to June 4th. We will be pulling from the Karma cards, which will pick a planet, sign, and house that most correlates with the energy you'll be experiencing this week. So you have Mars, okay, the planet of action and physical energies. Interesting. In the sign of Scorpio. Very interesting, because to me, like, Mars and Scorpio separately is a very like physical combination. So I mean, some of y'all are getting lucky. That's what I'll say with that. In the house of the seventh house. Yeah. In the seventh house of Libra, right? That's Libra. I always get the houses mixed up. Now, when we put all of these cards together, they kind of spell out these really weird, strange sentences that kind of encapsulates the energy. So here they are. Energize the extraordinary power of prayer diplomatically. Okay, interesting. We have confront the highest and lowest aspects of relationships. All right, I can totally see that. I'm seeing confrontation here, no longer settling, no longer kind of just sitting back and, you know, seeing what happens. Like, oh, where do you want to go? Like, you can pick everything out. Like, you just do whatever you want and I'll just sit here and be a people pleaser. You're not in that energy anymore, Cancer. You are confronting what is working in your relationships and what is not working in your relationships, and you're taking no crap this week for sure. I love that for you. Seventh house does rule over relationships and getting on equal footing with the people in your life, making sure that everything's balanced and fair in your life, making sure that the work that you put in is getting paid off, making sure that the conversations that you initiate are being reciprocated, like all of this stuff here. There's something here about really ensuring that you have reciprocal energies in your life. And I feel like for some of you guys, there may be some reciprocation issues within your relationships that you are addressing head on, just directly speaking to people about what bothers you about your connection with them. We have force yourself to control the situation and get a fair deal. Absolutely, exactly. You are taking action this week. You are taking back control of this situation, and you are going to get equal, fair care here, no matter what, okay? You're doing it. I feel like in the past, maybe you let people get away with taking a lot more than they were giving in connections, or in your job, or in something like that, and you're no longer doing that anymore, okay? We have the drive for purification to resurrect balance. The drive for purification to resurrect balance. I definitely feel like there's a restarting type of energy in your life, and you are definitely entering a chapter where things are much more reciprocated for you. I just feel for Cancer so hard that some injustices, some unfairness, or like you were putting in so much work, so much effort towards different areas of your life, and it just wasn't paying off. And now I really feel that things have been changing for you recently, and they will continue to change drastically this week ahead. So that's beautiful. The confronting of the secrets of cooperation and action resulting from the power of your partner or partners. Yeah, there's definitely relationship energy. And when I say relationship, I don't just mean romantic. I mean all of the connections in your life, if any of them had this mark of you putting in more energy, more actions than the other person, it's ironic, you are taking action on making sure that that is not the case anymore. You are speaking out. Mars is very masculine energy. You're putting down boundaries here. Like, hey, I'm not going to do this anymore. I was just telling a friend, literally just telling a friend right before this reading, how if you keep dealing with emotionally unavailable partners or people in your life who you constantly have to do all the work and reach out to, one of my secrets that I recently discovered is if I'm like texting someone and they're emotionally unavailable, and they only text me back like something that is less than 4 words, I'm just not gonna respond. That is my boundary, okay? I send these nice elaborate conversation starters that can lead to beautiful conversations or plans or something, and you send like, haha, yeah, I'm not responding to that anymore. That's my boundary, okay? New boundary, I love it. It is great. And I'm even going to inform those people, listen, I feel like I am initiating a lot of conversation here. So you, if you don't reciprocate, I'm just not gonna respond anymore, you know? There's no need to hide it either. Like, I don't want them guessing around. Like, it's pretty straightforward. That's Mars energy, straightforwardness. Okay, straightforwardly, I'm not gonna keep pouring into this when you aren't. So I love it for you. I feel like you're definitely taking your power back in connections. Okay, same thing. Some of you guys might be even confronting your boss as well. Like, hey, I'm putting in a lot of work and I ain't seeing any money for it, so I'm not doing more work for not more money. So simple as that. Okay, beautiful stuff. We are going to pick 9 cards, 3 rows of 3, to represent the week ahead for you in more detail. So let's just pull them all out, and I'm putting them face down, and we'll flip them over one by one and see what lies ahead this week for you. Okay. First card out for you, Cancer, is the Tower. Oh my gosh, what a start. What a start. And this has been coming out quite a lot recently, especially with Mars here. Mars is the planet of war. It's the planet of, you know, action, changes, you know, destruction. I definitely feel like there is destruction going on in your life in a positive way. Now, here's the thing. Destruction is a part of life. You know, wildfires, tsunamis, hurricanes, they're all destructive forces. Earthquakes, they're all destructive forces, but they kind of reset the energies. They clear out the energies, and they provide a nice fertile ground for new life to be born. And so these storms, they come through, and anything that is not built on a strong foundation, they cannot sustain these storms. They cannot weather these storms. And so in your life, you may notice certain areas or relationships of your life falling apart, breaking down entirely because these energetic storms are rolling through, and it just wasn't built on a strong foundation here. So for some of you guys, this could even be a relationship where it wasn't built on a strong foundation. A good foundation would be healthy communication, reciprocated energy, which we kind of are not seeing here, that you're demanding, like, hey, I need some more reciprocation. And if, you know, your confrontation about that doesn't work, then, I mean, you gotta go. You know what I mean? The Tower is like, I am not afraid of destruction. I'm not afraid. Oh my God, that song by MCR just popped in my head. I am not afraid to keep on. Famous Last Words. I think that's what that's called. Beautiful song. Go check it out. The lyrics might have something there for you. You know, when these songs come up during these readings, usually it's because the lyrics have a lot of meaning towards someone. Like, you ever have a song just speak to you? That's why I bring it up. So definitely actually go check that out. Famous Last Words by My Chemical Romance. Second card out for you is the Moon. Okay. And you know what's interesting? We have the Tower, we have the Moon. I feel like something has, you know, come crumbling down, and you're kind of confused about where it's going to go now. Some of you guys might be like, I don't know, in the dark. Oh my gosh, now another song came into my head. In the Dark by Bring Me the Horizon. Check that out as well. Might have some messages for you. But both of these songs are interesting because they talk about relationships that are kind of not healthy, you know, that aren't reciprocated. And talking about, like, and I'm trying to think of the lyrics. I'm not afraid to keep on living. I'm not afraid to walk this world alone. Honey, if you stay, I'll be forgiving. Nothing you can stay can stop me going home. Oh my God, yes. So both of these songs are about essentially, like, I am no longer tolerating this bad behavior. Now, if you want to apologize and work with me, I will accept you back into my heart. But until that happens, I am continuing on to protect myself. And he says, nothing you can say can stop me going home. And to me, home really represents your healthy boundaries and where you feel safe and where you feel protected and where you can, like, let loose and truly be yourself. So it's like I am going back to self-protection and my comfort zone, and, you know, and having equal harmony and peace in my life once more. It doesn't matter what you say. I am returning back to that space. You can come with me if you want to these shores of calmness and peaceness. I wouldn't be surprised if the Six of Swords comes out in your reading. But, like, if you want to keep going the way that things were, where I'm giving a lot more than you are, and I am having my peace destroyed over this. You know, I can't keep doing that. So I'm seeing that for you. There's a lot of destruction here. Mars, Scorpio, the Tower. These are all like, I am tearing this unhealthy thing down and away from my life. If you want forgiveness, I will offer it. And I do feel like you guys would be genuinely forgiving and still allowing an opportunity for whatever this is that's falling out of your life to stay in your life. So for example, if it's a job, you know, if they offered you a raise, if they offered you a promotion, I almost feel like you would stay there. You know, you don't necessarily want to leave whatever this is, but you can't keep going on the way that you're going. Same thing with a relationship. Like if they did the work to change, to heal, to grow, and started reciprocating more, I feel like you would stay here. But I feel like you have a very strong conviction here where it's like, I am returning back to my safety. And protecting my needs and wants regardless of what you do. So either get with the program or get out, you know. Third card out is the Five of Cups. And what do you know? This is a card of kind of being, it's a card of loss. Something didn't work out. I mean, there's 5 cups, 3 of them have fallen. And, you know, in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, we see 3 cups have fallen and 2 of them are wine, 1 of them is poison. And to me, that really represents that it is a little bit heartbreaking to walk away from this thing, to have this thing fall apart, because there was a lot of really good stuff that came from this. It's kind of giving me like, this could have been so good, but there was just that one toxic element that wasn't fair to you. It was hurting you to stay here in this situation, and you know, you deserve to be in situations that are equally reciprocating. And in that card, in the traditional Rider-Waite, there are 2 cups, and we see it here too, 2 cups still standing, and it's like, this is equal reciprocation. This is, I do 50%, you do 50%, and we both give 100, you know what I mean? It's like equal reciprocation, totally balanced, totally harmonized. Not one person giving more than the other, not one person working harder and not receiving the money or whatever. I don't know where this energy lies in your life, so comment down below. Is this like a love situation? Is this even like a family situation? Maybe you constantly go to your friend or your brother or sister or your parents' house. They never come to you. They never call. You're always initiating everything. That's what it kind of feels like. Or if it's a job, it's like you're constantly working overtime, constantly doing favors, but they're not even offering you like a fair pay here. I'm seeing an unfair situation that has come crumbling down. And to me, it feels like you've already kind of done this. It's already kind of crumbled. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I would be really shocked, you know? To me, it feels like it's already out of your life, but you're still like kind of holding on a little bit, but you're finally like moving along this week. So the 4th card out, we're now on the 2nd row. We have the 8 of Pentacles. And to me, this just talks about like building up your success and defending your own growth. I feel like whatever the situation is, you're increasing your skills. And to me, the 8 of Pentacles is saying like, I am much more qualified to receive better treatment. You know, that's honestly what I'm getting here. Like, you have more skills, more assets to be receiving this type of treatment. You know what I mean? It's like you're overqualified for this type of relationship or job or connection or whatever. You know, I feel like you've already learned the lessons of healthy boundaries and healthy communication. You've already put in the work towards yourself, and it's like, you know, I am more qualified and I can get better somewhere else. That's what this feels like. I'm also seeing here continuously bettering yourself, and this is a good card for education, going back to school. I'm also seeing some of you in a teacher position as well, sharing your wisdom with others. So if there's anything in your life like that, I see that will be successful. Or if there's any question of like, should I create this course, or should I go back to school, or should I continue my education? This is a good card for that as well. Some of you guys might be graduating this week as well. We're seeing something here that has to do with education. And also I'm just seeing like, I am qualified for more now. I am qualified for more now. I want this growth. It is not happening. It is time for this growth. Center of your spread, we have the Queen of Swords in reversed. Yeah, to me, this is someone in your life who is really cold and calculating, with their communication. And you know, it's funny, I've been so obsessed with this idea, this theme, that the people external to yourself that you have a strong emotional reaction to, and even the situations that you have a strong emotional reaction to and it bothers you or it excites you, whatever, they're always a reflection of something that exists within yourself. Like, there's always that kind of symbiotic type of relationship there. And with the Queen of Swords in reverse, what this is showing me is like you have attracted someone who is kind of like cold, not really empathetic. It's the opposite of empathetic. They're not really seeing things from your perspective. They could be a little harsh or just not very communicative at all. And that can bother you. Or it could bother you how like kind of cutthroat someone is. And it's just like, yeah, you can keep coming to me. You can keep serving me, but I'm going to be very, I'm not going to give as much as you're going to give. And your lesson there, your spiritual lesson there, you attracted that energy into your life because that is a lesson that you need to learn within yourself. You need to be more kind of discerning about where you're putting your energy. You need to be more kind of, I don't want to say cold, but like detached. You need to learn how to become more independent and happy within yourself, so you stop seeking this validation external to you, or kind of, I guess, just waiting for people to get their act together. You know, Queen of Swords reversed is almost giving me like single, but not by choice. I feel like whatever the situation is, you wanted it to work out, but you simply have to set your boundaries. And it feels very unlike you, Cancer. Because as a Cancer, you know, you're definitely very giving. You want to give 100% and full integrity into everything that you do. So it feels unnatural to you to pull back your energies to the point where like you're giving equally to this person or this situation that is like not giving at all. So for example, if you're in a job and you're not being paid enough and you just like are like, okay, well, to preserve my energy, I'll just reduce my quality of work. I'll just not work as hard. I'll show up late, whatever. That feels so unnatural to you that it's almost not even worth staying at the job. You're like, I'd rather be in a job where I can give my 100 and my full integrity and get paid well for that. Like, it doesn't feel right to you to kind of stoop down to the level of this person, place, or thing that is not reciprocating the level of dedication that you offer. Sixth card out for you, and that may be a struggle for you because you don't want to let go, because the Cancerian part of you is also very nostalgic. You don't want to let this go. You're like, if only I could just meet them where they're at energetically and kind of stoop to their level of input, but it's just so unnatural to who you are. So that's something you may be struggling with right now. Sixth card out is the Devil. Yep. Toxic energy. Feeling stuck here. I don't think you're, I feel like if I was pulling from the Moonology deck, Mama Moon would give you that card that says, void of course, nothing will come of the situation. This shows you how often I read tarot cards. I can just think of them. Like, I have a whole index of tarot cards in my mind, and sometimes the universe, instead of me physically shuffling them, they're like pulling it out from my brain. Mama Moon's coming through with a message saying, void of course, nothing will come of the situation. So your tip for this week is to not try to change or give too much energy to anyone or anything that is trying to keep you stuck there or stuck in this illusion that you can't move on. Also, I would say be careful of repeating old patterns. To me, it feels like you're still kind of hanging on to the past a little bit. So that's just something to keep in mind. It is time for you to move forward. Again, listen to that song by My Chemical Romance, Famous Last Words. I'm telling you, like, I keep getting this vision of like, I am going home one way or another. Like, I am not going to stay stuck in this past, stuck in this repetitive negative cycle where things are not balanced here, okay? Seventh card out, third row now, we have the Star upright. Achieving your goals. Now while all this is happening, a side note, I feel like you are actually achieving quite a lot in your career or in a personal skill or hobby or business of yours. Some type of goal or wish is being fulfilled this week with the Star card. Also, I feel like you're feeling extra connected spiritually this week to your spirit guides. You know, mediumship is on point. So I love that for you. It seems to me like you're continuously focusing on your own self-development and skills and sharing your wisdom with other people while all this stuff is going on at the same time. Eighth card out is the Chariot. Your card, guys, you're in your power, and I feel like you're definitely taking your power back this week for sure. And we do see that forward movement here. So despite all this happening, you are moving forward one way or another. And you are taking action, lots of bold action this week. I feel a lot of development in your career, personal relationships, hobbies outside of whatever this is, okay? So for example, if you were in a relationship that wasn't reciprocated, you broke up, and now you're like missing on them, kind of like whatever, I feel that you're trying to keep yourself focused on the other things, and they're developing rapidly, and it's almost like your spirit guides are like trying to develop these other areas of your life for you, and you can really feel their presence there. Like everything seems a little bit faded at this time. The forward movement that you're experiencing in the other areas of your life. Final card out, we have the Ace of Cups. Look at that. Brand new start in love. Brand new start in creative projects. To me, the Ace of Cups is always either romance, friendships, someone who feels like family, or creative projects. So there is something new developing here. Brand new. And we see here this line, the story that it's telling, 5 of Cups, something didn't work out and you were sad about it. The Devil, it was something that you felt trapped in, like trapped in that heartbreak, having a hard time getting over it. And then Ace of Cups, you managed to overcome, and a new chapter is happening for you this week. This is a really positive reading, and I love that the Ace of Cups came out because it shows that despite how negative this reading might have been, it's actually not negative. It's just speaking objectively, and you'll actually feel quite peaceful and positive this week. And to me, this reading feels like this week you're doing a lot to overcome heartbreak, to overcome something that didn't work out, and you're prioritizing your personal life more now, and you're starting to stand up for yourself more. And Ace of Cups is also showing me like you are really fully having a good relationship with yourself now because you established these boundaries, and because you are no longer continuously going to give and pour into this situation where there wasn't balance. Things will change. Also with that Mars and that Scorpio energy, this Tower energy, expect really huge transformation, and I want to say like quick moving developments emotionally for you this week, okay? Definitely check for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and I will see you for the next reading, okay? Like this video, comment how it resonated down below. I'd love to hear it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Bye-bye.